In Ethiopia, things are very different. Your morning commute is a 10-mile walk. For dinner, buy a live chicken from this nice man and cook it in a smoke-filled hut. This is how you wash the clothes. And if you're very lucky, you could get a job carrying rocks on a construction site for $1 a day. What does that even buy in the U.S.?
How much money do you spend on lunch?
On lunch, I spend about $8 a day.
His lunch for a day costs more than those Ethiopian women earn in a week. Driving to the orphanage, I was so excited to see how the money that was raised translated into an actual building. A home to children who had nowhere else to go. The orphanage was so beautiful. The landscape of mountains and fields. Seeing my family name above the orphanage made me feel blessed. I had the opportunity to help children who I didn't even know. The kids were absolutely adorable, especially Yitbar, the youngest, only 4 years old.
My name is Connie Bisrat, born and raised in Ethiopia.
Connie takes care of all 11 kids. Even though they are between the ages of 4 and 7, they are extremely well behaved. They put away their own clothes, they make their own beds,
And they keep their rooms neater than mine ever is.
Gabe takes care of all of the animals in order to make the orphanage as self-supporting as possible.
They had a donkey that Samar was afraid of. It was hilarious.
The kids at the orphanage look so cared for and well fed. It's hard to imagine how desperate their situation was before arriving here. Gehasit has only been here for a week. She's still a little homesick. Her parents died of AIDS, as is the case for most of the kids here. Unfortunately, 2 of the 11 orphans are infected with HIV and were so sick they might have died. Thank God you can't tell anymore by looking, because Connie and Gabe give them life-saving AIDS medication several times a day. AIDS is the main reason why there are over 900,000 orphans in Ethiopia. It's as if an entire generation my parents' age has been wiped out. Many of the orphans are taken care of by their elderly grandparents. Or imagine a 10-year-old left to care for her 4-year-old sister. Ethiopia is one of the poorest countries on earth, and it can't afford the social programs available to the poor in America. There are not enough social workers to go out to the rural areas and document orphans, which is one reason it's taking Gabe and Connie so long to fill the orphanage to its capacity of 75 children. In fact, Gabe and Connie have to drive over 4 hours away to locate new orphans, because parents who live close enough to know about their work might try to pass off their own children as orphans just to give them a better life. Then it was time to walk the kids to school. We had no idea what was in store for us. They surrounded us, treating us like we were famous. I didn't quite understand it. It was sad to see how crowded the classrooms were. 80 kids in a room. They had hardly any books. And this is how we ended up mobbed by African children. It was a bit overwhelming. They were staring at us, poking us, smiling. What had we done to deserve this? I was glad that I could make them so happy.
They have so much less than us. They
Are just
are
as
so
happy.
they're so happy. Like the kids, they have hardly anything. I mean, they have this great opportunity now that they're at the orphanage, but their lives have been so difficult. Losing your parents, I can't even imagine losing my parents at such a young age. And they were so grateful, so well behaved, so thankful for everything that they had. And I realized that being grateful and appreciating your life is what makes you happy. And I think that it'll make both of us like just happier, just to more appreciative of all of the things that we have.
But truly, I have really enjoyed this experience. It showed me a totally different world and proved to me that I underappreciate my life.
Some people in the US, especially of Ethiopian origin, call me crazy for coming here. And some here suspect me on doing something crazy stuff, but I don't care. As long as the kids are helped, I don't mind even begging for the kids, as long as I don't use it for myself. Well, call me by what you want, but I will set my mind to help the helpless wherever I could find them.